Hey, my friends, we will be right back to the show. But I have a question for you. Are you struggling with the impact of childhood trauma? Well, know that you're not alone. I'm here to let you know that I'm starting a brand new weekly coaching group that includes a year of life coaching, accountability, support, habit and goal setting, and more. I'm starting a waitlist for the group right now, and I'm only taking a handful of people. And I'll let you know that through this personalized coaching, we'll work together to help you understand how your childhood trauma has shaped your beliefs, behaviors, emotions, and will help you create a roadmap for healing and growth. Right now, you can schedule an absolutely free coaching session with me and get put on the wait list if you go to thinkunbroken.com. My friends, it's your time to turn your trauma into triumph, breakdowns into breakthroughs, and become the hero of your own story. And I'm here to support you in doing that. Just go to thinkunbroken.com to register for a free coaching call with me and to get put on the wait list for the brand new weekly coaching program. We'll be right back to the show. But before we do, I want to tell you about today's sponsor, factormeals.com, where if you go to factormeals.com/unbroken50 and use the code unbroken50, you can get 50% off your first order. That's factormeals.com/unbroken50. If you're like me and you are a person who is busy trying to create a life, heal, work on their health, wealth, and relationships, and not to mention deal with the day-to-days of normal life, you do not have time to be going to the grocery store and trying to figure out what you're going to cook every single day of the week. In fact, one time I did the math and I realized I was spending over 15 hours a week at the grocery store and cooking. When I added Factor, I got to use that time for myself, for my family, for my friends, for my community, and for my business. And so if you're in the place where you need some more support in the kitchen, head to factormeals.com/unbroken50 and use the code unbroken50 to get 50% off.
What's so special about Hero Bread's soft, fluffy, and delicious breads, buns, and tortillas? These ultra-low net-carb baked goods contain zero sugar, fewer calories, and more protein than the leading brands, and are high in fiber to support gut health. Shop now at hero.co.
Hey, my friends, we will be right back to the show. But I have a question for you. Are you struggling with the impact of childhood trauma? Well, know that you're not alone. I'm here to let you know that I'm starting a brand new weekly coaching group that includes a year of life coaching, accountability, support, habit and goal setting, and more. I'm starting a waitlist for the group right now, and I'm only taking a handful of people. And I'll let you know that through this personalized coaching, we'll work together to help you understand how your childhood trauma has shaped your beliefs, behaviors, emotions, and will help you create a roadmap for healing and growth. Right now, you can schedule an absolutely free coaching session with me and get put on the wait list if you go to thinkunbroken.com. My friends, it's your time to turn your trauma into triumph, breakdowns into breakthroughs, and become the hero of your own story. And I'm here to support you in doing that. Just go to thinkunbroken.com to register for a free coaching call with me and to get put on the wait list for the brand new weekly coaching program. Hey, what's up, Unbroken Nation? Welcome to the Think Unbroken podcast. I'm your host, Michael Unbroken, and this podcast is about helping trauma survivors let go of the past, overcome their fear, discover their identity, become the hero of their own story, and ultimately to be unbroken. Our goal in company is to bring on guests and experts in the fields of mental, physical, and psychological health to help you overcome the past, to take back your power. And in this podcast, we are unedited and unfiltered, and we're going to give it to you real so that you can start to create massive change in your life. If you're curious about learning more outside the podcast, you can get a free copy of my book, Think Unbroken, at book.thinkunbroken.com. That's book.thinkunbroken.com, where you can get a copy of my #1 best-selling book, Think Unbroken, Understanding and Overcoming Childhood Trauma. The most important thing that you can ever do, my friends, is show up for yourself, and that's where you are today. And I appreciate you. I have massive gratitude for you. And without further ado, let's get into the show. Do you feel stuck right now? Have you ever noticed that where you're just like, oh, I can't seem to get momentum. I can't seem to get this ball rolling. I'm stuck. There's no movement. I'm kind of just in this place where no matter what I do, no matter what I try, I'm just here. What's up, Unbroken Nation? Hope that you're having an amazing day wherever you are in the world today. Here's what happens all the time. I get messages, people DM me on social over at Michael Unbroken. They'll send me emails and they'll be like, I'm stuck. What do I do? And so I'm going to give you something really practical today for how you get unstuck. Recently, someone emailed me and they're like, how do I write a book? And I want to be very clear. I am not being crass in what I'm about to say. When I replied with this: sit the fuck down and write the book. Like, the truth is, you're stuck because you've allowed yourself to be stuck through the indecisions of your life that have led you where you are. Now, look, being stuck, I get it. Trust me, I've been there. You don't get to 350 pounds, 2 packs a day, drinking yourself to sleep because you have momentum, right? And I was stuck for so long because I kept waiting for that next thing to happen that might shift me, that like might get the boulder rolling down the hill. And what I came to discover was there was really nothing in my life that was happening that was going to help propel me forward into where I needed to go. And so when you're in your place right now of stuckness, I want you to ask yourself this question: what am I doing to create momentum in my life? What am I doing to create momentum in my life? Because you see, so often we sit and we wait and we wait and we wait. This is that no Disney moment concept that you guys always hear me talk about. And what I want you to think about and take into consideration here is, where are you today? And be brutally honest with yourself. Because here's what's really funny about life. Where you are today is because of the decisions that you've made. Where you can be tomorrow will also be because of the decisions that you make. And so this place of stuckness, what I want you to carry from this is this idea that I'm here for a reason. People always go, I must be stuck for a reason. Yeah, you are, because you're not doing anything to go forward. See, momentum starts with one singular step. Momentum starts with one little choice, one decision today, right now in this moment, that changes everything. Momentum is not smoking that cigarette right now. I dare wait 2 hours. I promise you, this is going to sound insane. Waiting 2 hours, that's momentum. I'm not going to eat this cheeseburger today. Maybe tomorrow. That starts momentum. I'm going to show up for therapy today. Momentum. You see, what you have to do is think about your goal. What is it that you want to do with your life? What is the thing that you are driven to do, to accomplish, to complete, to build on, to make a part of your story and your legacy? When you identify that first, because again, you've heard me say this a million times, with massive clarity, you can create direction. When you create massive clarity around the thing that you want and you reverse it, basically reverse engineer. I talk about this in Think Unbroken, Understanding and Overcoming Childhood Trauma, the book that I first wrote. When you understand that, you reverse engineer your goals to the easiest first step, that is the process to begin creating momentum to remove yourself from stuckness. You see, there's going to be a lot of iterations in this process from where you are to where you want to go, because the thing that you think you need to do today may not actually be the thing that's going to get you across the finish line. The thing that you need to do today, however, is the easiest thing that you can actually do, because there's a big difference between doing things and thinking about things. There's a huge difference between ideas and actions. If you're sitting here and you're like, oh, I think I need to do this thing, nothing about your life is going to be different. You will never create momentum. But if you think this is the thing I need to do, and then you go and do it, then you start to create momentum. And sometimes momentum begins in the most minuscule and minute of ways you would never even think. See, people are always thinking and stuck in this caught up idea that the only way they're ever going to have success in life is to do all the things at one time, and suddenly their life is going to be what they thought it was going to be. That is not how this works. I promise you it's not. Like, think about this. Some of you are listening to Think Unbroken podcast. This might be your first time ever. I've been doing this for years, right? Some of you who know my story know that I'm over 11 years into the journey. Some of you who are listening, who I know are coaching clients, who have taken programs, who have read the books, who have gone and signed up for the 6-week coaching, which you can go to coaching.thinkunbroken.com to learn more about that. I know that many of you have taken these coaching programs. It's a day by day process. That 6-week program specifically, my goal here, I'm going to tell you exactly what this looks like. My goal when I sat down to create the 6-week coaching program was I wanted you to have the baseline fundamental tools in depth based on the book, Think Unbroken, Understanding and Overcoming Childhood Trauma. And I wanted you to be able to create momentum in your life by taking this course every single day in bite-sized chunks. So some of the days of that course are 10 minutes, some are 45 minutes. It really just depends on the content that I'm teaching. Because here's the reality. If I gave you the entire course, which is hours and hours and hours, it's like days, it's almost like a week of content. If I gave you all that stuff at one time, you would never be able to do anything with it. And people get stuck when they're given everything at once. We'll be right back, but I wanted to take a quick moment to tell you about the Think Unbroken 6-week trauma healing coaching program. If you go to coaching.thinkunbroken.com, that's coaching.thinkunbroken.com, you can sign up for the 6-week daily Think Unbroken Trauma Healing Coaching Program. In this program, we're going to go over the 6 principles of healing trauma, adaptation, understanding the impacts of trauma, how to become the hero of your own story, what to do next, and ultimately what it means to be unbroken. For more information about this 6-week coaching program, which you can download as an app on your phone and take with you everywhere, no matter where you are in the world, it's interactive. It's built about giving you practical tools that you can use in real time. And if you're ready for what's next in your life, go to coaching.thinkunbroken.com. Again, that's coaching.thinkunbroken.com. Now let's get back to the show. If I gave you everything and I was like, here it is, good luck, you would still be stuck because you don't know where to begin. The process of getting unstuck starts simply with first identifying the goal. Like I said during the 6-week coaching program, I want to give you the baseline fundamentals in depth over the course of 6 weeks to help you create momentum to create change in your life. That was the goal. So I reverse engineered that and I said, okay, well, what's the most simplified way to do that? Deliver content to people on a daily basis on an app on their phone, because they already have their phone in their damn hand anyway, and teach them the processes of the Think Unbroken curriculum daily until they start to build momentum, while simultaneously giving them exercises and gamifying it so you get points as you go, so that you want to show up tomorrow to continue to do it through creating habit. That's how clear you have to be. So when you go to coaching.thinkunbroken.com and you look at that program, that's how clear you're going to see it laid out. Because I knew the way that I learn, so I base this off experience. The way that I learn, there's a 0% chance that you can give me everything at once and I'll be successful. 0. Just is not going to happen. And I found that to be true with all of the clients I've coached over the years. And that's why even one-on-one coaching is this process. It's not one session. Could it be? Sure. But it'd be like 48 hours and you'd be exhausted and I couldn't do it. So when you're in this place of stuckness, think about the one singular thing that you can do right now, today, in this moment, literally right now, to start progressing forward. Don't think about it, act on it. You already know what to do. Now comes execution, because look, without execution, you're not going to be able to move forward. Without execution, you're not going to be able to go to what's next. Without execution, you're going to be trapped here in this place where you are, and you're going to look back on 25 years and you're going to be like, man, I've been stuck for 25 fucking years. I get it, right? When you look at the impact of trauma, we've never been given the ability to move forward, because what happens is that we have this thought process that we don't deserve it. We have a thought process that we don't deserve it. That's just not true. And that's negative embedment from those who raised us, our community and our peers, who said you don't. And that's bullshit. It's not true. You do deserve it. But you have to put in the work. You have to create the action. You have to build momentum. And the only way that you build momentum is by showing up day in and day out over and over and over and over again until you reach the goal that you're seeking. When you reach the goal that you're seeking, then what will happen is really phenomenal. You'll recognize that you are actually shooting yourself too short and that the goal you're going to make next time needs to be 10 times bigger. And so if you're stuck today, think about momentum. One of the greatest things that you could do, one of the greatest things I've ever built for Think Unbroken was the coaching program that's built over 6 weeks to help you create momentum, to help you get unstuck. So check out coaching.thinkunbroken.com if that's something that you're interested in doing because you're stuck and you want to move forward, because the tools are there. Otherwise, what I just laid out for you is literally the way that you do it. You make a decision. So coming back to the email, this person emailed me, how do I write a book? You sit down and you write a book. You make a decision. You do the thing that you know you need to do, and you start with one sentence, one word, one paragraph. It turns into a page. It turns into a chapter. It turns into a book. It turns into a series. It turns into whatever is next. But if you're not willing to give yourself permission to be successful, then unfortunately, my friend, I hate to break it to you, you never will. Unbroken Nation, I hope that you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for listening. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, tell a friend. And until next time, my friends, be unbroken. I'll see ya. Unbroken Nation, hope that you just got a tremendous amount of value from today's episode. I want to know what you think. Please do me a favor and review, rate, and share the episode with 3 friends on social media today. It would mean the world if you did, because ultimately at the end of the day, creating community and connection is how we heal generational trauma in the world. And I need your help to do that, Unbroken Nation. So if you're on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you are, please like, comment, share, review. I want to know not only what you like about the show, but how I can make the show better, how I can make this further about helping you on your healing journey. So do me a favor, and when you do, shoot me a screenshot of you making the review to my DM at Michael Unbroken on Instagram so that I can have a conversation with you, say hi, and more importantly, so I can share it with the Unbroken Nation. Thank you so much, my friend. Hey, my friends, we will be right back to the show, but I have a question for you. Are you struggling with the impact of childhood trauma? Well, know that you're not alone. I'm here to let you know that I'm starting a brand new weekly coaching group that includes a year of live coaching, accountability, support, habit and goal setting, and more. I'm starting a waitlist for the group right now, and I'm only taking a handful of people. And I'll let you know that through this personalized coaching, we'll work together to help you understand how your childhood trauma has shaped your beliefs, behaviors, emotions, and will help you create a roadmap for healing and growth. Right now, you can schedule an absolutely free coaching session with me and get put on the wait list if you go to thinkunbroken.com. My friends, it's your time to turn your trauma into triumph, breakdowns into breakthroughs, and become the hero of your own story. And I'm here to support you in doing that. Just go to thinkunbroken.com to register for a free coaching call with me and to get put on the wait list for the brand new weekly coaching program.
What's so special about Hero Bread's soft, fluffy, and delicious breads, buns, and tortillas? These ultra-low net-carb baked goods contain zero sugar, fewer calories, and more protein than the leading brands, and are high in fiber to support gut health. Shop now at hero.co.